Hello everybody and welcome back to the Great African Safari here on BK Aviation. We are on the ground here in Freetown, Sierra Leone, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a thunderstorm lingering in the area. I believe it has recently just passed through, but we still have a little bit of thunder and lightning. But that should not have too much of an impact here. We have our South African Airlines Airbus A330-300 in front of us here. We are just about ready to get ourselves underway. I just need to connect a tug. It's going to be a bit of a tight pushback here. Not a whole lot of... Not a whole lot of maneuvering space here on this little tarmac. I would not be surprised if an airplane as large as an A330 has ever operated at this little airstrip. I'm hoping I am going to be able to take off in time. And you know what, now that I think about it, I am going to take off on flaps 2. Does that change this at all? Not really, but taking off on flaps 2 will help increase my immediate takeoff lift capacity. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, we are connected, so I'm going to take off the parking brake and I'm gonna reverse and just immediately go to the right here, reverse, right. We will start our engines after pushback is complete. But yeah, using the Airbus A330-300 for the Great African Safari, because Africa is such a ginormous continent. There are some extreme routes on, if the random number generator so chose, the A320neo would not have the range to complete it, and that's mostly just the biggest stretches from north to south across the continent. Those are extremely long distances. I'm gonna go forward a little bit. On the other hand, this is what we are doing today. We are in Sierra Leone. We are going next door. Literally the next country over to the Republic of Guinea. Not New Guinea, not Old Guinea, not East Guinea or West Guinea or Equatorial Guinea, just regular Guinea. We'll actually be going to the capital city of Conakry, Guinea. That's enough of that. And just to show you just how kind of ridiculous this is going to be for the Airbus A330, I'm going to show you my route here courtesy of Navigraph, and it's just going to be a takeoff to the west, land to the east type of deal. I'm not worried too much about wind or anything. It's just going to be very quick hop. From Freetown over to Conakry. It's just take off, go to the northwest for a little bit. On SimBrief, the build flight time for when it does its fuel estimations is 21 minutes. This is going to be so short, it only listed my cruising altitude of 8,000 feet. I mean, I knew this was the possibility. I knew flying the big old A330. There's definitely going to be this times where the routes will be extremely short, so you won't need it. But oh well, this will be interesting. I really hope that the runway I'm able to actually land and stop. But AP bleed, turn that on so we can start our engines. arm that. And there's no taxiways at this airport either. You're gonna be taxiing on the runway and doing the old turnaround at the very end. That is really gonna be interesting for this. But yeah, we will be departing Freetown here to the west on runway 30 and arriving at Conakry, Guinea on runway 06, which will be more of a northeast, I guess. Alright, engine number 2 is looking good, engine number 1. Probably should have started the engine before the pushback, but that's usually not allowed. I don't even think that's ever allowed, to be perfectly honest. Should be a whole lot longer before engine number 1 is ready to go. I honestly probably don't even need to wait for it to be completely ready to go, but I'm going to. In the meantime, we can turn our seatbelts on, that's the fine, taxi lights on. Alright, engine number 1 is ready to go. We can go back to there. We will set our takeoff flaps to flaps 2. I've already got my trim set. Park and brake can go away, and you're ready to taxi. On the active runway, as we go from Freetown, Sierra Leone, to Conakry, Guinea, capital city of the Republic of Guinea. You're on the Great African Safari in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Hopefully everybody is having a nice Wednesday here. Really not a whole lot of wiggle room on the size of this thing. I knew that was gonna be a little bit of a challenge. I'm sure there are a few of these airports here in Africa that are really just not. Because I did not research these airports. I just kind of I went into Flight Radar on the Flight Radar app, and generally the larger airports, the little blue tags that they have, the larger the airport, the more zoomed out they will appear. I mostly just went for the first airport to kind of show up in each country, and then if there were a couple of ones that were close, I would take a look at which airports services more routes, which one goes to more destinations, or is it in a particularly known city, like Cairo, Egypt, for example. Or maybe Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. We'll be going there eventually. But I'm sure there are a couple of that are going to be really cutting it close as to whether or not I'm able to take off in time before reaching the other runway, or B, landing and actually stopping. And if it ever does come across a time where I'm not able to land and stop time, I'm not going to sugarcoat it or edit it away. I'm just going to be like, hey, whoops, I tried. Didn't happen. But I think we will be just fine getting out of Freetown here. The little turnaround thing seems to be large enough. Ooh, that might even be an actual loop. That's fine, that's good. See, this is the best kind of runway turnaround. Oftentimes it's just kind of like a little hump on the end of the runway, and not an actual big loop like this. Oh, I can't imagine that I'm fitting well on this thing. Cutting it close. Gotta get as close to that 30 as I can. Hard turn to left. I don't want to take up too much runway just lining up. That's good. We'll just stop it at get our takeoff lights on. I can probably turn the APU off. I have that set, that's set. Okay. Okay, here we go. Getting ourselves out of Freetown, heading towards the capital city of Guinea, Conakry. We are up with ease. Gears headed up. We are on our way out of here. That takeoff was pretty easy peasy. probably do that. There we go. It's not going to be long before we get to our, quote, cruising altitude of 8,000 feet. It is only 31 nautical miles until our only mid-route waypoint of Ampot, and it's not going to be long after Ampot before we start descending towards our, before we start descending towards our approach. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if there is this route in real life. So yeah, Freetown, GFLL departures. Conakry, absolutely there is. Multiple flights. There's an Air France flight from Freetown to Conakry on a 787? No, that can't be right. That's gotta be a plane transfer. Like 787 flew from Paris to 787 is huge for this GFLL then. Let's take a look at arrivals. Where did this, yeah, this 787 will be coming in from Paris. And then it's probably gonna fly in up to Conakry, pick up some people, and then head back towards Paris. There's also an Airbus A330-300 arriving at Freetown in the evening. That kind of makes me wonder just how accurate the airport is in the city. It seems like it should be a little bit larger, but it's not. Looking at the map, wow. Let's see, let's double check, looking at the departures. That Air France, yep, that Air France 787 is heading back to Paris. Wow, that is extremely, I was not expecting a Boeing 787 flying this route from Freetown, Sierra Leone to Conakry, Guinea. I was expecting maybe like one of those little Embraer planes with the tail engines. When does this 787 arrive? It arrives 5:25 p.m. local time it looks like it is currently 11:35 there right now. Has anything? Yes, absolutely. Same thing happened on Thursday. The flight in from France. That is astonishing. But here we are flying the Airbus A330-300, which actually does have a flight at the airport. And then there's me not long ago just completely doubting that possibility, and sure enough it's a reality. Wow. I'm glad I took the time to look that up. We are getting close to our waypoint of Unported. There it is right there. 8 nautical miles. And once we hit there, I'm just going to start descending towards our approach. We will be beginning our approach at 2,000 feet. Well, that makes me feel better about landing at Conakry and knowing that there's a real-life 787 that flies in and out of there. Okay, let's start bringing her back down. There we go. I don't think I turned any of that stuff off. Good. Spoilers are still armed. Brakes, auto brakes are on. So just 12 nautical miles before we get to Agro. And then right after Agro, there will be a right turn into our approach. That'll be a very short distance between Agro and Bilum, which will turn us into runway 08 in Conakry. Conakry. And we are at 2,000. Once we hit aggro, we will slow it down just a wee bit. Go down to, yeah, we're gonna go down to 190 and get our flaps back up, back down, 195. Flaps 1. And 2. You're basically going to be following this coastline here to our arrival airport. I don't see the airfield quite yet, but I assume once we make our turn it will be front and center. There it is. Just out of curiosity, on the most recent flight of the 787 between these two, how long was that? 21 minutes. We're gonna slow her down to 170 and keep our flaps going. 3 and max flaps. Should be hitting the glide slope very soon. We did not hit the glide slope, no problem, we will just do this. menu. Bring our gear down. Almost back onto our glide slope here. As we are approaching Conakry, Guinea. There we go. Touchdown. Oh, we're doing pretty well. I would still hope that the next flight in our little African safari here is a little bit longer. As interesting as that was, as fun as it was to actually take a look at some of the wide-body aircraft that actually fly this ride, I want to see some more distance on these. Get our flaps back up. I'm fairly confident we will have a route that will be more than 60 some odd nautical miles or whatever this one was. Hopefully we can get one in at least the triple digits. But I think quadruple digits is a little bit more reasonable. We are on the west coast of Africa. Maybe you can go to something like cool like Madagascar. That'd be nice. Ooh, I've got an actual terminal here. Okay. Got a couple of them. That's an improvement over Freetown. We'll just take the first one. And hopefully that will be easy to remember for when we depart. And I lost my line. Who needs a guidance line here, I guess. It's just park wherever you damn well please. That should be pretty good. There we go. Leg 2 of the Great African Safari is complete. Does the jetway connect here? Doesn't look like it. But that is it. We will see you in the next one here, folks.